Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Flow podcast. I am your host, Zoe. Have you ever looked at your to-do list and felt like you wanted to run away? You have 10 things to do, but you just sit on the sofa and scroll through your phone instead. You know you should start, but you just can't. If this sounds like you, do not worry. You are not lazy. You just need a better strategy. Today, we are going to fix this problem with a simple magic trick called the 2-minute rule. To help me explain this, I am joined by my wonderful friend and productivity expert, Leo. Hi, Leo.
Hi, Zoe, and hello to all our listeners. It's great to be back. And yes, I know that feeling very well. We all have those days where even washing a coffee cup feels like climbing a mountain.
Exactly. Climbing a mountain is a perfect description. So, Leo, we promised our listeners a solution. We're talking about productivity and time management today. But usually when people hear time management, they think of boring calendars and complex schedules. Is that what we're talking about today?
Not at all, Zoe. Complex schedules often make us more stressed. Today, we're keeping it simple. We're talking about the 2-minute rule. It's a concept made famous by a man named David Allen and later by James Clear in his book Atomic Habits. It's perfect for anyone who feels stuck.
I love Atomic Habits. It's a great book for English learners too, because the language is very clear. But tell us, Leo, what exactly is the 2-minute rule? How does it work?
The rule has two parts. Let's start with the first part. It's very simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it right now. Don't write it on a list. Don't say, I will do it later. Just do it immediately.
Okay, that sounds easy. But can you give us some examples? What kind of tasks are we talking about?
Sure. Think about your daily life. Taking out the trash, that takes 1 minute. Washing your plate after breakfast, that takes 2 minutes. Sending a quick email to confirm a meeting, 1 minute. Hanging up your coat instead of throwing it on the chair, 30 seconds.
I see. These are the small things that usually pile up. If I don't wash the plate and I don't hang up the coat and I don't send the email, suddenly my house is messy and my mind is full of stress.
Exactly, Zoe. That's the secret. One small dirty plate is not a problem, but 20 small tasks together become a big wall. This wall stops us from being productive. When you do the small things immediately, you keep your mental space clean. You feel lighter.
I like that idea. Keeping your mental space clean. It's like decluttering your brain. But Leo, what about the big tasks? I cannot write a report or learn English in 2 minutes. How does this rule help with big goals?
It's the second part of the rule, and it is my favorite part. It is about psychology. The rule says when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do.
Wait a minute. If I want to get fit, I need to exercise for 30 minutes or an hour. If I want to learn English, I need to study for a long time. How can I do that in 2 minutes?
That is true, Zoe, but the hardest part of any task is simply starting. We call this friction. Once you start, it's easy to continue. But sitting on the sofa thinking about going to the gym is very hard. So you use the 2-minute rule to trick your brain.
Trick my brain? How?
Okay, let's look at the gym example. Your goal is not run 5 kilometers. Your goal is put on my running shoes. That takes less than 2 minutes. That's it. Just put on the shoes.
Just put on the shoes? That sounds too easy.
It is easy, and that's why it works. Nobody's afraid of putting on shoes, but once your shoes are on, you'll probably walk out the door. Once you're out the door, you'll probably run. The 2-minute rule is the key that starts the engine.
Impressive. That makes so much sense. We often focus on the finish line, and it looks so far away, but we should focus on the starting line.
Precisely. Let's apply this to English learning, since many of our listeners are B1 or B2 students. Zoe, what is a common problem your students have?
Well, many students tell me they don't have time to study. They say, I am too tired after work to study for an hour. So they do nothing. They wait for the perfect time, but the perfect time never comes.
Exactly. all or nothing thinking. They think, if I cannot do 1 hour, I will do 0. The 2-minute rule breaks this. Instead of saying, I will study English, say, I will read 1 page of an English book, or I will listen to 1 song.
And anyone can read 1 page, even if you're tired, even if you're busy. It takes 2 minutes.
Yes, and here's the magic, Zoe. Once you open the book and read 1 page, you usually don't stop. You read 2 pages, then 3. You enter the flow state. But even if you stop after 2 minutes, it's still better than 0. You kept the habit alive. You showed up for yourself.
You kept the habit alive. I love that. It's about consistency, not intensity. You're building a chain of success. Every time you do the small task, you're telling yourself, I'm the kind of person who studies English. It builds confidence.
Absolutely. It changes your identity. And there's one more thing. It stops procrastination. Procrastination is usually caused by fear. We're afraid the task is too hard. But when you shrink the task down to 2 minutes, the fear goes away.
It takes the pressure off. We don't have to be perfect. We just have to start. This is really helpful, Leo. I'm definitely going to use this for my housework today.
Me too. I have a pile of laundry looking at me right now, but I'll just fold clothes for 2 minutes.
That's the spirit. Now, Leo, before we give our listeners their homework for today, let's pause for a moment. We used some really good vocabulary in our conversation. I want to make sure our listeners understood the key terms. Shall we look at the language breakdown?
Let's do it. Which words should we focus on today?
I picked 3 phrases that are very common when talking about productivity. The first one is a phrasal verb, to put off. You used this earlier, Leo.
Yes. To put off means to delay doing something. It means you wait until later to do it, usually because you don't want to do it. It's the same as procrastinate. For example, I can say, I need to go to the dentist, but I keep putting it off because I'm scared.
That's a great example. So do not put off your homework, everyone. Okay, the second word is an adjective, overwhelmed. This is a feeling we all know.
Oh, yes. To be overwhelmed means you feel like you have too much to deal with. You have too much work or too many emotions, and you feel like you can't handle it. It feels like you're drowning in work. For example, she felt overwhelmed by all the emails in her inbox.
That's a very useful word for modern life. And the third expression is a verb, to tackle. We often hear this in sports, like rugby or football, but we use it in productivity too.
Yes, in this context, to tackle means to make a determined effort to deal with a difficult problem or task. It implies energy and action. For example, today I'm going to tackle the mess in the garage. It sounds strong, right? You're not just cleaning it, you're attacking the problem.
I love that. So we're not putting things off. We're not getting overwhelmed. We're tackling our tasks.
Exactly.
Okay, listeners, we don't just want you to listen. We want you to act. We want you to change your life one small step at a time. Leo, what is the challenge for today?
All right, this is simple. When this podcast finishes, do not close your phone and open Instagram. Do not go to sleep. I want you to look around you. Find one tiny task that takes less than 2 minutes. Maybe there's a dirty cup on your desk. Take it to the kitchen. Maybe you need to reply to a text message. Do it now. Maybe you want to learn 5 new English words. Do it now. Just one thing. 2 minutes, go.
That's perfect. Start small and watch how it changes your day. Thank you so much for joining us, Leo. This was incredibly helpful.
Thank you, Zoe. It was a pleasure. Happy productivity, everyone.
And thank you to our wonderful listeners. Remember, you don't have to climb the whole mountain today. You just have to put on your shoes. Keep moving forward, keep learning, and most importantly, stay in the flow.